Pay close attention. This isn't something you see every day.
Welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about the G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Commander with combat armor. Now, I've been waiting for this figure to come out. He is number 168 in the line. I have to just say this one thing. With all the Cobra Commanders we've had come out, okay, the retro carded one and the I Was Once a Man Cobra Commander, now this one, in my opinion, are the three best Cobra Commanders that have come out. If they would come out with the hooded Cobra Commander, that would be awesome. But as you guys have known and seen, I had a third-party person make up a hooded Cobra Commander head sculpt for me, and I put it on one of my retro carded, because I got two, so I got a retro carded Cobra Commander and put it on him. Fabulous. But if Hasbro would make one, that would be awesome. That would be awesome, because let's face it, he was around in the cartoon back then. But anyway, back to this one here with his combat armor. Here he is in the box. Here is some beautiful artwork on the side of the box right here, which I thought was really nice. Artwork of the figure. And then on the back, we have some promotional pictures. And on the side, we have his ranking, the QR code to hell, which takes you absolutely nowhere. It doesn't tell you anything. It's supposed to, but it doesn't. And then on the bottom, all the other nonsense. So let's get this guy out of the package and let's talk about him. All right, so now we have Cobra Commander out of the packaging, and here he is in all his wonderful glory. And I have to say, I'm not disappointed in this figure. I used to have this figure back in the day, just like I used to have a lot of the originals. I think now I only have like the Crimson Twins, Storm Shadow, and Dial Tone out of my original collection. My nephew has all of the other ones that I gave to him, my nephew Jesse, so he has them probably put away or displayed. I don't know, I haven't been to his house in a while, but anyway, I digress. This character here first originated, this armored Cobra Commander first originated in the G.I. Joe cartoon Dragonfire. So this is after the G.I. Joe movie, so which therefore Baroness and Naugahyde bring him back to his human, well, so close to human form, to where he's not, you know, that snake form that happened when he got punished by Cobra Law with the spores and got mutated into that giant cobra. Anyway, this outfit is a diver's suit, which was brought to him by Copperhead off of, was the Moccasin? Was that the name of his hovercraft? Please forgive me, I forget. But it was brought to him. So this is a diving suit. You want to say armor, that's fine, because it does look like armor. But it's actually a diver suit. That would explain the rebreather here and then the tubes on the side, which I will go over that stuff here in a second. Anyway, this character here, it's been a long awaited character to come out for Cobra Commander. So let's take a look at this guy. So looking at his head sculpt, I mean, what they did with him, which is really, really cool, is they gave him the reptilian eyes in there. I don't know if they're coming through, but on this head sculpt, the one that originally comes on him, has his reptilian eyes. Now later on, as the show goes on, they go from the reptilian eyes to more of the human looking eyes, because, you know, the Dragonfire actually starts working. Now, I have to say, beautiful painted Cobra emblem. You have the breather apparatus that comes here to his helmet, and then down to the chest and the arms, beautiful silver down here, and then right here, this right here, it looks like a ram's head, not so much as a cobra, but it is a cobra. It's a cobra with in the hood, but it kind of looks like a ram's head the way they did it. I don't know if it's coming through or if you guys can really see that, but that's what that is. And then, you know, down to the rest of his boots. And yeah, I mean, you want to say it's armor, that's fine. But then you have this tube that comes here, comes around and goes into his chest. Now, he does come with a few accessories. He does have these pauldrons here, so when you lift his arms up, do they get in the way? No. You can move them. They move freely. So that's cool that they did that, and then you can just move them back down. His head articulation, just to go over a couple things, there's not so much there. But otherwise, this guy comes with a few accessories. Now, also, if you have Python Patrol figures like troopers or bats, like I do, now you have the creator of the Python Patrol, which is this guy right here, because Cobra Commander is the one that actually took that Dragonfire, used the ability to create the Python Patrol, and then turn around and take Naugahyde's Pet Iguana and Serpentor, and even though he states the effects of the ray will not be permanent, but yet you will know what it's like to go through what I went through. Here you go. So this is actually Serpentor and Naugahyde's Pet Iguana fused together. The only difference is that he was a little beefier and he had a Cobra hood on him, which would have been cool, but this is cool too. I mean, I like the way that they did this guy, his little feet, everything, the colors. So here you have a Pet Iguana to keep with Cobra Commander, as is Cobra Commander actually getting his revenge on Serpentor and the rest of his crew. Now, by this time in that show, you have Destro, who is now sporting his Pimp Daddy Golden helmet and is with Zarana at the time. Anyway, moving right along. So this guy comes with his weapon holding hand, his trigger fingers right there, and then he comes with 2 sets of fists, which is very nice. And then he comes with his standard Cobra Commander pointing finger as pointing blame or pointing at somebody, however, shouting out orders, whatever you want to do. And then he does come with his signature gun that the original came with. So that's cool that Hasbro actually kept that where it was. The clip does not come out. There is a port here for some effects, but otherwise, that's really cool. Now, he does have a holster, and it slides right into his holster here. So there you go. You can sport his firearm in his holster for that Cobra Commander. Now, the other thing is everybody thinks this is a jetpack. And, okay, but really, it's not. It's actually his pack for his, for like his rebreather, and to propel him through the water, I guess you would say, because they never showed him flying. But yeah, it goes like this, because right there's the jets at the bottom. I don't think it would go the other way. Maybe that's kind of up there, right? To be on his back, even though the wings look like they go that way. Maybe, unless that's supposed to be like lasers, I have no clue because they don't specify. But if you ask me, it goes like this, just because it fits a lot better on the figure. I could be wrong. I mean, maybe that's how he wears it when he's not using it. Then it spins around. I don't know, because he doesn't have the head articulation, so it really doesn't matter, right? So, but yeah, you have the little wings coming off of there, but yet no intakes here, but yet you have these here, which could be for lasers. Who knows? Maybe he uses it as a weapon. I don't know. It's your figure. You figure out what you want to use them for. I, on the other hand, still say that this is a diving suit. I mean, to me, it looks better downward. Well, I don't know. Oh, then upward. Maybe that's why he doesn't have the head articulation. I don't know. Anyway, we'll leave it like that for now. Enough of that nonsense with that. But yeah, I mean, as far as it being a jetpack, I'm not really seeing it. Anyway, last but not least, we have the great Cobra Commander's alternate head sculpt. And once again, if I can get this to focus, beautifully done on the figure here with the Cobra emblem, the silver paint all the way around on the head. Nicely done. And yet you still have the rebreather that comes here to the helmet. And then of course you have his human eyes in there. So that's really cool that they gave you the 2 different head sculpts, because like I said, later on, as he keeps, progressing, he does get that human look back like he had, and the Cobra eyes go away along with the scales. So, and we all know that he had more of like a bluish type skin. And then, I have to say, somebody was saying that there's like kind of like a warpage in the way they did the plastic. I'm not seeing that in this one here. So, but very nicely done. Very nicely done. So as far as articulation, we all know it's standard G.I. Joe articulation, which, like I said, I'm not really gonna go through. But if you wanted to take his gun out and you want to put it in his hand, you can do so. Take this bad boy here, just so you can see him holding his weapon, put his trigger finger in there, and if it's nice, you can have him holding his gun. At the same time, you can bring his arm up. Let's take this one off, and you can put his pointing finger on him, and you can have him pointing, telling his troops to attack. Because think about that, right? Even though he turned around and had Serpentor turned into a lizard later on, now you have Serpentor and Cobra Commander versus each other, plus you have Destro that also comes back to Cobra Commander, and with the Baroness as well. To me, that's cool that you can have the different factions within Cobra fighting against each other or teaming up, however you choose to do it. But I will say, out of all the Cobra characters, Cobra Commander has always been top notch. No matter how many times they step on him, no matter how many times they try to push him down, he keeps coming back. And at this point in time in the comic, when this character came around, I couldn't tell you on how they described him in the comic because I wasn't reading it then, so I do apologize with that. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed my review of the G.I. Joe Classified series, Cobra Commander with his combat armor. That's what they're calling him, so that's what we're going with. I mean, look, it's nicely done. I have to say, I got to give it to the team that they did a nice job, regardless on what I say or how I feel or my opinion on the situation, right? Which I bought the figure because I wanted this character. So is it worth it picking up? Absolutely. Am I disappointed with it? Not one little bit. Not one little bit. So with that being said, guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this review. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below. Always hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything new that we're putting up. And I'll catch y'all on the flippity flip.